Hi guys, IsCLM here. Welcome to episode 2 of IsCLM's Palette Productions. Before we continue, thank you so much for the love and support from episode 1. It was amazing to see the nice comments from you all. And now the results of the poll for today's video is Palette 440. Also, can I ask that you guys make sure you have hit subscribe so I can reach my goal of 400 subscribers. Now let's get into the video. I've chosen a snow biome for this build because it's very close to Christmas and it's winter, and the colour of the palettes suit this biome very well. My idea for this base is for part of the build to overhang on the hill but still be quite tall. I have already marked pillars out because with it overhanging I wasn't sure about placements, and depending on the hill you want to make sure your measurements are right. But don't worry, I'll do the measurements with you so you don't get confused or lost on size. Starting in this corner right here, you want to have your pillar already placed, and then 1, 2, 3, place a block. This is our door, which as you can see is still 3 gaps, and then we'll put a pillar there. 1, 2, 3, pillar, and then I'm turning around and we're going to start going the other way. 1, 2, 3, pillar, 1, 2, 3, pillar, 1, 2, 3, pillar, 1, 2, 3, pillar. There we go. On the side there is 4 gaps instead of 3. That's because this part of the build at the front is going to be only so high, but the back of it is going to be quite tall so that it's similar to the height of the tower. What is with animals killing each other in this bloody biome? And then we're going to come to the back. This one is different as well. We've got our corner pillar, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and place our pillar there. And then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and pillar. Then spin around, and it's literally copy and paste the sides. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So it's kind of more rectangle than square because the sides aren't all even, but there is a reason for this, and trust me, you guys will love it. Now we want to come over to the corner again, and we're going to raise this up by 6. So we're already on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just connect it like so. And then this one needs to come up to 6 as well and join, and then this one and join. Do the same on the other side. And then you want to take this and join it so this still looks rectangle, but everything is connecting up. For now we're going to ignore the back and focus on the front. I'm going to grab our snow block. This will be the door, so we want to just fill this all in. There's our door, and then come to the sides and we're going to create this shape here, leaving a 3 gap for our window. And there we go. We're gonna take, instead of a light blue stained glass, we're gonna grab the light blue stained glass pane instead. If I was to put the block on, it would just make this wall look flat, and I don't want that to happen, so we're using pane instead. But we will use the block in future parts of this build. We just gotta wait. That looks great, but we can make this much better. We're gonna take some stone stairs and add some sort of arches. And these are what's going to be the borders. Instead of wood, we're using stone. And we're going to do that on all this. There we go. Now that that's done, we are going to make our way to the back and we are going to raise these up. Because we're going to need the wall of the back done just so we can do the roof on the smaller part. So just raise these up as tall as you want until we do the actual measurements. There we go. So ours is raised up a little bit more, and now we can add our snow. Again, you can just fill this all in. Mine will take a little bit of time because I have the overlay on the hill. But if you guys are on a flat surface, it'll be much easier. And because I'm on a hill, I want to destroy any grass that doesn't look like it's meant to be there. So like that. There we go. For this bit, you just simply want to drag it across like that. Just above the actual border line. Because this still needs to be filled in. There we go. That's how we're looking so far. Now I'm going to just get rid of these briefly because we're going to work on the roof, which is going to be made out of black stone. Specifically polished black stone. And I'm going to grab a block, a stair and a slab. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to use the slab. And then we're going to come up to here. And then you want to place a double slab. And you can see it's a double slab because of the straight line in the middle. And do the same the other side so you don't get confused. Then you're going to take your stairs and place it normal. And then an upside down. We want to add another stair. We're going to try to do something different with the roof than my usual one, because the point of building is to grow your skills, explore and try something new. So after that stair, we're going to add a slab. And then we should be able to add another stair, I believe. That's right. And then a upside down stairs. And a stair again. Slightly interesting, we'll say. Slightly. And then we want to add a full polished black stone with an upside down stairs on the end like that. And then we're going to bring our full block again and drag it all the way to the wall. And then add a slab on top of every single block there. Looking good. For now, we don't need the polished black stone, so we can get rid of it. Our main colour on the roof is going to be dark oak. It just stands out a lot more with this look than the spruce or the oak or any other block wood. If you guys don't like this roof, that is perfectly understandable. So you can change it to whatever roof you like. I'm just trying new things as well with this series because I don't want to just do the same old, same old. It's all about improving ourselves, and as builders, we all dislike different elements of building. Mine is 100% building roofs. I hate it, but it must be done. Our houses and builds need a roof. I'm going to take my stone again and we're just going to go under here and fill it all with stone. I don't want to just raise the pillars. I want all of it as stone. There we go. And then I'm going to take my compressed ice, which is the lighter ice. That's blue ice, and this is packed ice for those who can't tell. And I'm going to add, I think I'll add it there and there. There we go. Just a little decoration on the actual stone, and we get to evolve compressed ice. Let's go! Now there's a reason we've been holding off on the back. In order to do the back, we must move on to our tower, which will be joint connected with the bridge in the middle of the tower and the house. So let's move on to the tower before we take any steps further on this house. With the pillar, we're going to have a lot more detail, so let's start with making it the right height, which is 3 blocks high for the stone. Now, we don't want it to just be a flat circle on the top. We want it to be raised up with different layers, so we're just going to add a few blocks here and there just to raise it up. There we go. Then, just so I have the layout of the next part, we're going to take our calcite from our palette and we're going to start just filling this in. So you want to put 5 across here, and then the 2. There we go. 5, and again. 2, 2, and 2. Alright, there we go. Before we move on, we're going to add the texture. So I'm using andesite because it's so close to stone. And when I was starting to texturize things, thanks to Camp, he used it a lot. So we're rolling with it. We're using the andesite instead. But if you have any other blocks that you think would work better, you can say in the comments, or you can just build this yourself and then tag me in it on Instagram, guys. I will happily look, put a comment. I might give a shout out to you if you send me a video or a photo of you with the build. As you can see, it looks a bit better with the texturizing. Now let's take some polished and you just stick this where you can. There we go. Some places might need it more than others, some won't. And there we go, texturized stone. And I must say myself, I did a pretty good job considering I don't really texturize often. I usually like the simple plain look, as you can see from the house. But texturizing here and there, yeah, I can do a bit of that and I like it, but sometimes I don't think it's required. But it is required here because I want to incorporate the snow into this tower as well, so that they do look like they're meant to be together, not just next to each other. But first, so let's do 5 here. So 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just raise all this up to the 5. Calcite can be found in geodes or a specific biome, which I can't remember the name of, but it is also a very rare biome to find. So most people go looking for geodes. But unless you have a finder and the seed number, geodes can be hard to find, so it is a very time consuming one as well. Basically this palette is a time consuming one, but it does look nice once you've built with it. And then we're going to take our snow and we're just going to start raising it up a little bit. There we go. I think that sort of looks like the way I want it to look. And now we are also going to raise it up again. I'll add 3 layers, I think. Yeah. And that block is diorite. It will work really nice just to sort of transition from snow to calcite. And I think it proper stands out in terms of texturing. It doesn't need to be everywhere. It just needs to be a little here and there. Some on the snow, some not. I also want to have some just dotted around. Now we're going to need to grab a dark oak slab, the trapdoor, and the fence. Because we're going to do some windows while building the tower up, because this is going to have quite a few floors, making it taller than the actual house. You're going to come to the middle of the flat bit here, and it's 5, so there is a middle, and then you're going to go up 1 and then place a slab and 2 trapdoors like so. Break this 5 times. You can add your window now just to not confuse you, and then add the fences on the side. What we need to do is add another ring here. I'm going to add 2. And if you choose to change the size, you're going to need even more, or even less if you're going to try and go smaller. And then we're going to add our little slabs like that. So that is our window. I think it looks really nice. Perfect for this sort of theme that we're going with. With the dark oak outline, it's a striking colour, and the nice subtle blue window. Next we want to do 2 rings here. Like so. Then we want to grab the blue ice and place 1 down and put 1 in front and break it, and this is going to surround the whole thing like an outline or an overhang. Oops. And there we go. That looks really good there. I like that a lot. I think it stands out loads, and it sort of like gives you the borderline of how it's going to be so tall. Especially when you stand in here, it is going to be real tall. Now, we're not finished yet. Oh no, like I said, there's not just building the tower up. We have a lot of details because there are a lot of windows on the pillar. So I'm going to raise the pillar up and add the details of the window in a time lapse. Let's go. This process took a long time, raising each section as well as filling in windows and adding details. Overall though, I think it looks really well. While we're building, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button and turned on notifications. It will really help the channel out loads and make sure you guys are up to date for when I'm posting or live. Now that the tower is done, it is time to add the roof. I hate roofs. I bloody hate them. For this roof, we are going to just simply add an overlay like this and copy the we're going to just copy, no, I don't know, we're going to copy something. There we go. Now we're going to be using stripped dark oak wood, which if I'm creative obviously you can find here. And if you're doing it on survival, I believe it's just 4 dark oak logs, and in a crafting table or in your inventory you can instantly make it. I'm just going to start off by placing 4 like this, and then 3, and then 1. So we've got a sort of triangle shape. I'm no good when it comes to tower roofs, but we're just literally going off like trial and error, I think, with this a little bit, because there's only so much we can do. And then fill in the rest of it with the ice. And that's how it looks so far. Before we go any further, I want to add stairs just to add a little bit of detail on the roof, and it is literally the tiniest bit, but it does a lot for the roof. There we go. And then we're going to get our dark oak blocks again, and then raise this up by 3. And then this by 4, 3 again, and 2 for that one. There we go. So it looks like that. We'll do the other sides first as well, so that we're not getting confused. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Nice. Starting to get a little tiny bit of shape into it, which is what we want. And then we're going to just add that like that, because this is where I will struggle. I mean, I don't really want it too round, so I'm not really fussed on it. And I'd say the best way is to search for a roof, castle roofs, tower roofs, and find someone who can do a proper tutorial on roofs. Now that the tower is done, we can get on with the rest of our build and joining up the tower and the house to making one nice wintry base. We're going to come to the corner and we're going to raise this up again as much as we can, just for a little bit. With this type of base, it's always about taking your time and doing a bit by bit so you do not get lost. Then we're going to go up to the blue ice and then go along here and just click it on the stone. This is just so we know where the snow is coming up to. Then we're going to raise all the snow blocks up so that it is just below the blue ice. We can take our stone and put a border around for now. This part is a very tall build. And then we're going to put a ring around it like we did on the tower. Perfect. We're going to need our stone stairs again, so make sure you've got those on hand. And then we're going to add an extra layer underneath with the stone. And then you want to go around to each section and add upside down stairs so that we can have that sort of curved structure again, matching the front part of the base. That looks really good now. Once again, we're going to raise our stone just a little bit one more time. And again, you go over to this side, just so that you're in line with the blue ice, and you go to a pillar and just stick a bit of blue ice on so you know you're at the right measurement. And then we'll raise the pillar exactly to that point and join it up. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. That looks so good so far. Now you want to take your calcite. This is how both of these are gonna link together, because we're using the same materials in both builds, and you're just gonna fill this whole gap with calcite. Now when we get to these bits, you just want to fill out the two sides and then the middle just a little bit till there's enough room for the player to get through on the bottom, which is 2 blocks high. There we go. And they will be the doors that the player is going to be able to go out to across the bridge to get to this bit here of the tower. Again, you need to go around with your blue ice and add the ring around the build. And then take your stone, add a layer and stick some upside down stairs on. There we go. All done. All that's left to add now for this bit is the roof. But before we add the roof, I want to add some little decorations that I think will work really well. Because this biome I'm in is spruce and it's connected to other spruce, we have sweet berries in this biome, specifically over there. And I think sweet berries would work well with this sort of build. So what I want to do is just add some grass here, stick some sweet berries on, and then the trapdoors. Like that. Eventually, the sweet berries will grow and there'll be a nice red on them, and I think it'll just work really nice with the build. We're also going to add some down here for a bit of decoration. There we go. Oh, it would help if I could place it properly. And I think I'll do that on these bits as well, on the side. we go. Like I said, when they grow, like they already have started and they have the red berries on, it will look really nice. But we're not done yet. I said on the first episode I would like to incorporate more of the copper lanterns, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to use the blue one so that it matches with the build a lot. Same with the chain. And realistically, you want to be able to wax these with honey so that they don't change colour. Like so. If I can click, there we go. I love it. And here. It would help if I could click. Now we want to break some of the windows in, so we are doing 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it here too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Originally I only had it at the front because here are some doors, so I don't know if it would work well there. I think I'm going to leave it that way so the side still has some windows in. Let's add the windows. And then 1, 2 chains and there. So it still matches the front, but these have an extra chain at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. We will still add the chains here. Just a bit of light, you know, when they're out in the dark going on the bridge. It'll still bring off some lights. And I think I will add some at the back as well, just for continuity. Oh yes, that looks really nice. I like it. Yep. And that's about it for the detail of things, apart from the bridge and the roof. The bridge is easy. I'm simply just using dark oak slabs. And what you want to do is 1, 2, 3, and then a step forward. Same here, 1, 2, 3, and a step forward. And I've realised that it's not been done right. So a little error on my part. I will show you guys on World of Creativity what I did. On World of Creativity, the bridge was centre to both the entrance here and the entrance to the tower. But on the Pallets production world, it's not centre because instead of going on this pillar, I went on the exact middle pillar, which means our bridge will be slightly wonky. I'm going to see if it works, but if it doesn't, obviously I'm gonna have an issue to sort out. But if it works, we'll still run with it. Apologies for that, guys. I honestly am terrible at maths, but hey, we're builders. With building, you can do anything you want. Nothing is set in stone. Let your creative brain flow. So we kind of want to go diagonal if we can, which I have not done diagonal before, but we're gonna try. So if I do that, and we'll copy it over here, and then bring that underneath like that. We'd have to bring that underneath like that diagonally. It's sort of coming along. You just gotta keep looking at it and hoping for the best. Okay dokie. We'll bring that like that. And then that goes like that. Until we meet. If anyone else knows how to do a diagonal bridge, feel free to experiment with it on the build and send it on Instagram. I'll happily take a look and see how you have made it better. But this is the best we're gonna get done. Let me see how it looks from afar. If I'm honest, it doesn't look terrible considering the mistake I made. I've seen worse, that's all I'll say. Obviously, I would have preferred it the way I had it on World of Creativity, but when mistakes are made and it's too big to erase everything, you just gotta make things work. And I've made it work, so just go with the flow, guys, is all I can say when mistakes are made. For the roof, I'm taking the black stone slabs like before and putting it on the outside. And then a double slab like that. And like that. If you think there's a better roof that can go with it, you can happily share it with me. I will literally look and see what roofs that people think goes better. I'm not claiming to be a roof expert when it comes to building. I tend to ask Squid or Camp for help when it comes to it, or Miami. These guys are good with deciding things, so I tend to get advice from them, but I'm still doing well for myself. With this build, I haven't had any help. I've actually managed to do it all on my own, which makes me even more happier with it. So as you can see, we're going slightly different from the smaller one. We're doing the stairs again and upside down, but then we're sticking a full block on top. This is going to make it a lot more bulkier. And then you stick your stairs on top, upside down. We'll do the same here so we're not lost. Now my debate is, do I do a stair or do I keep that pattern going? But I might just keep the pattern going. Let's try keep the pattern going and see how it goes. I don't want it taller than the tower. The tower is meant to be taller. Which, this is the only thing with roofs. It might actually be okay. Ooh. There we go. Oh yes, we're fine, definitely. And then a stair. Perfect. So we just want to do that again. One more time. And then we'll go to the back again, add that. Connect it and then add the slab on top. Nice. So we don't need the black stone anymore. All we need is the dark oak and the stone. We're going to need the stone again. Let's just fill in the roof. There we go. All done. Now we're going to finish with filling in with the stone and adding the same detailed with the compressed ice as we did on the little part of the build. And that is our build completely finished on the outside, guys. All that's left is to do the inside because it's completely empty right now. Right, bare, really bare. But as always, everyone can decorate it their own way, but if I was to do it, it would go something like this. And voila, all done. All the inside has completely been decorated top to bottom with the use of the light blue glass block, now used as the floor. We've also had a bit of a kitchen and storage stuff installed. We have some animals taking a seat at the table. We've got swirly stairs just to keep the staircase small. So when you come to the first room, you have a chest room with a bit of display of leaves and the copper golems. Make your way up to the next one. And again, it's just a little bit of a storage, the end chest, displays. You can do anything you want. And then if you come across here, we've added some torches so the bridge is lit. And you first see a potion room. I designed each room in the tower to be for survival. So if you are doing this on survival, it's a good way to have all the hands-on things you're gonna need. Because as we make our way up the stairs, It's the bedroom, and I set it out for 2 people. Think it would be a great place for 2 people to live in and share a base together. Why not? Got enchanted armor in the corners. They've each got a barrel, some bookshelves, and 1 window design because why not? Then if I just jump, we come down here. This is our enchantment table and barrels and bookshelves and the upgrading table. We've also got ender chests down here, anvils and grindstones. The ender chest was... The enchantment table was a squeeze in because the staircase is dead set in the centre, so it's a case of just sticking it somewhere, and this seemed best because the staircase is here. On the opposite side there's nothing and players can still get in. So we have took this winter palette and found the right biome and created a really cool winter base. Different to how I have done other bases before. If I managed to find every single base I've ever done, you'd see this is not usually what I do, but I'm very proud of this. And I think the llama up there likes it too very much. Just hanging up there, having fun. Overall, I think this is a good winter base, and I'd like to hear your guys' opinion. Please like and comment on this video, as well as subscribe and turn on notifications. I shall catch you all in the next one. Bye bye!